8
make
now,
an edit
so,
at
yeah.
any point. There's
Power of
play the
editing.
clips.
We're already engaged in the show now, man.
Yeah.
So this is the intro. This
Anything
is
you're
how-
doing now is
This is how we're gonna start the show.
this is how we're
right?
starting the show
Okay.
now.
They'll figure out our names later.
The guy came in and
Yeah.
yelled, and then
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
it.
All right. So
Let's start over. He needs to
so
yell
yeah.
again.
So the Kanye West video. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just asking if people watched it.
No. No.
I didn't actually see it, but I saw the Seth Rogen and
Oh, it's-
I saw the parody.
That's all you need to watch then.
Uh huh. It was fabulous.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
Next topic.
Next topic. That one's done.
Moving on.
Yeah, I saw. I didn't even see what it was. I just saw the tweet from Rocky saying that he and or that was going to be their next Swede.
Bound
whatever.
three.
Yeah, that somebody beat them to it or whatever. I'm like, then I go and pull it up, and then it wouldn't even load. I just saw like a freeze frame of the two of them together, James Franco and Seth Rogen. Just like, okay, that's all I need.
Or have you guys seen like the Colbert intro?
No.
Oh, the Stephen Colbert, the Colbert Report. It's
Oh, the
pretty
intro
much
to the show?
exactly like that.
Oh, wow.
They had the
my.
flying eagle and all these horses running in slow motion, and it drives through the Grand Canyon, and then
you
Kanye
serious?
appears on a motorcycle.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty awesome. Let's go check it out.
So I feel like I don't need to watch this video anymore because you just explained
Yeah,
to me.
that's it.
so-
Yeah.
No, I think you still need to watch it.
No, I'm okay.
I don't know, the whole
Pass.
Kanye West thing is he's just getting more and more ridiculous. And like the fact that he's married to the Kardashians makes you wonder how much of it really is engineered or how much of it is just him
Okay.
being crazy.
Who are they again? When did they become popular? Because like I was gone
So
for
she had sex
5
with
years.
a rapper and then recorded it and then they got put on the internet. And now she's,
Having sex with another rapper.
yeah,
Yeah. Comes full circle.
yeah.
So Nick was in Utah for a while.
Yeah.
They're very sheltered.
Yeah, they don't get a
Yeah.
lot. It's in the mountains.
Who was
not a
the
lot of
first
them.
rapper?
Ray J.
Yeah, it was,
Who
Who
was
was
it?
Brandy's
Brandy's
brother.
brother.
Brandy's brother.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
She killed some people on the freeway.
Wait,
things
really?
happened.
Damn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brandy killed people on the 405.
How many people?
I don't know.
With a car?
Yeah,
can
with the car.
imagine, okay.
No, with the car. Yeah.
She
Look it up,
poisoned
look
them.
it
She
up.
just
Yeah,
poisoned
I
them
don't-
as they were
I mean-
driving.
While driving.
I'm already kind of flabbergasted by the fact she killed him. Now I'm just like, how'd she do it? Was she
Yeah.
drunk? Was there a moose involved? There's so many things, so many questions I have right now that she's not answering.
The internet is
Yeah.
going to tell me right now.
No.
She had a TMZ right
The
now.
internet always lies to you. It's gonna
Yeah.
say something that the car wasn't involved.
Yeah, there's dirty lies like Kim
Shit,
Kardashian.
it
Moose
She was,
killed him.
she was under stress. she had anxiety.
Her brother was in a porn with some crazy Kardashian.
She got real mad. She grabbed a hatchet, just went crazy on the 405. Traffic stopped her and everything.
I want my sister to kill someone on the freeway.
You
I
have a
could
sister?
I could have sex with the Kardashian. I wish I had a sister.
That's the
So
prerequisite.
that was sex with Kardashian.
Yeah. Kill someone on the freeway. Have sex with the Kardashian.
You do that.
We're off to an interesting start. There.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so you
You
saw
brought-
Thanks, Kanye.
Pacific Rim, huh? Yeah, how's
Finally,
that?
yes. Yes, after Rocky asked us 200 times if we've seen it.
Yeah. Oh, you saw it at his house, right?
Yep,
Yeah, when I had set up my live shot in his front yard.
that's right.
Yeah.
When Matt was not invited.
Yeah. I was outside.
Matt's not bitter at all.
When
about
I was
that.
peeking through the windows
Yep.
and I saw you guys watching
He
it.
finally untied us and let us go after we watched it.
Yeah. He's
peeled our eyes
really all
back.
about that movie right
He
now.
is.
Yeah.
He is all about
Well, it's a
that.
really good movie, so I mean, I don't blame him. But actually, my thing is I saw it in theaters and it was amazing. I was cheering like a little kid, fist pumping in the air and stuff, and then I watched it on Blu-ray when it came out a couple weeks ago. Not as fun as the first time I saw it.
Yeah.
Still a really good movie, don't get me wrong, but I wasn't as excited because I kind of knew it was already the beats was gonna happen, so it's there's a lot of talking in this movie, not enough robots being punched in the face, but
Somebody asked me if it was really like Power Rangers, how much of it was it like, and it's it was really this grown-up version of Power Rangers or whatever, It's
Sure.
so were there people inside the robots? Yeah. It's did they bring out a sword at the end? Yeah. It's was that the big weapon that they used to finish off one of the monsters? Yeah. It was just beat by beat, exact plot
Sure.
line for Power Rangers.
No, it's
episode.
missing Rita and Zordon and whatever.
Okay, so not exact, but it was the gist.
Inspired by.
Yeah. Inspired by, yeah.
Their suits were less colorful. They didn't have a rainbow of colors.
And they didn't have theme songs.
Not yet.
that's
Yeah.
what the movie was missing was theme
They
song.
missed a
Yeah.
theme
That's what we
song.
need,
Yeah.
Someone should get on that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Did you ever see the
You
mashup
should
somebody
post that
did?
on Facebook.
There was somebody that put the Power Rangers theme song to Pacific Rim.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty awesome. I don't know, brings back that 90s kid nostalgia.
Speaking of which, I was at work the other day and I work with a really young guy, and he told me he's like, hey, they have all the seasons of Power Rangers on Netflix, And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like, I don't know, you never talked Power Rangers before. Why would you tell me this? But after that, I was like, that's cool, man. Like, I remember because I watched as a kid, like everyone did. But I mean, after a while, you kind of grew out of it, or at least I did anyway. And then so like I stopped watching after like I don't even know the seasons or what they were, but it's the one like they're in space, and they were like they had like a little spaceship, and they're like space police or something. And that was like the earliest season that he remembers seeing. And so it's like, wow, dude, you made me feel really, really old.
Yeah, oh man, that does make you feel old to think that like the one that I vaguely remember because I stopped watching was the first one that he got into. That's what brought him into it. I mean, that's because I know there was like I don't really know.
Well, I mean,
actually,
it's still
like,
going on, right? I mean, they're
yeah,
still
still
like,
going.
They like
I think so.
reinvent it every so often.
Yeah,
So
like
I
they
don't know
involve like
how many.
dinosaurs and like new,
Yeah, Pacific
like,
Rim.
So I don't, yeah,
Pacific
yeah.
Rim.
Yeah,
The
Pacific
latest
Rim
one.
is just the evolution, right? Now, I don't know, like, so that original American cast that
Right.
we saw as kids, like, if that was seasons 1 and 2 of, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers,
Yeah.
and then now there's, like, I know there's other reincarnations of them,
Well,
but it's all
they might
the
not do them
same.
by seasons, but by like series maybe. So like series like 8 would be like Power Rangers in some other planet. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, because I know that there was, like, the Space Police one,
Right.
which was, like, so far from the original.
So far from
whatever-
Earth.
Well, no, the incarnation of space is so far from it. So, no, just the original was like, oh, we need get these kids in high school to come fight monsters, and now they're actually like legit like police. So like that idea had evolved.
Well, there were still kids fighting monsters in space, but I mean, it wasn't that much. I don't know. I get what you're saying, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Did you guys watch it? No,
No.
not at all.
Not really, no.
You missed out.
We
Well,
missed
now I
out.
feel like a nerd.
Yeah.
so-
Whatever. No, that was some. I mean, I remember
Some
like.
sort of nerd podcast.
I think I was like in 6th grade when it came out, so I meant Chris was like 30.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't know. It was a lot of fun being a kid. I mean, it was like totally what we did on the playground. Reenacting whatever episodes, and everybody had the toys and all the different. It was like I'm totally drawing a blank on it, but the robots they come together and they form the big guy.
Voltron.
Voltron. There you go. Yeah. I kept wanting to say Ultron. I knew that wasn't right.
Voltron.
That's coming up.
Yeah. I was just a consonant away. Yeah.
That's the name of Pacific Rim 2 is Ultron.
Yeah. So what do you think of that?
Ultron
Yeah.
About what?
Age of Ultron. Have you seen the trailer for that?
No,
Or
I
there's-
have
What?
not.
There's not
Sounds
really
like a
a trailer for it.
teaser.
There's like a teaser.
Like a
yeah.
teaser?
Yeah.
Everything's getting remade.
By the way, awesome segue you had there.
Yeah.
That wasn't intentional. You could have just flowed with it. Thanks. But yeah,
Been planning that one for a week.
There's a page of the script got leaked. I read it the other day, and it's
That was the most boring page.
yeah. I mean, it wasn't like in the middle of a battle scene or whatever,
No.
but it was. You got to imagine that like that scene, like it probably took you longer to read it than it's actually going to play out on screen. Yeah, but it's
Little robots make big robot. That was all it said. That was, you're like,
Yeah, what did it say?
So it was so spoiler. Whatever. It was. I can't remember the exact line for line, but it was like, Stark comes back into the mansion or where he's in the lab, and it's all in ruins and everything, and then the lights are off, and then he asks Jarvis to turn the lights on, and Jarvis is like, I don't need illumination to see you, and then he's basically like, you're so smart, but you're such a fuck up, and if the most intelligent creature can be so illogical, then all of them are illogical, and then like a suit opens up or whatever, and it's Ultron walks out. And so Jarvis has already become like self-aware.
So it's Jarvis who becomes. I thought they changed the voice though of Ultron.
It's supposed to be like James
James
Spader
Spader.
or whatever. Yeah. So I don't know. So at that point, it says like it's the Jarvis voice, but in a slightly different pitch. It's like an octave lower or something like that. So I don't know. I don't know how exactly they're going to do it. But it's a random page. Like, what is it? A year and a half away. So yeah.
Is it legit?
I mean, no one's
It's
gonna,
theater.
yeah. If it was legit, then I think everybody would have been pulled before I could have
Yeah.
read it. So, but I mean, I don't know.
So were you just playing to us something fake?
Yes, I just made up a line just for dialogue. That's
For
it.
all the
Yeah.
people who are going to listen to this.
I feel like I'm being attacked right now. You guys can.
we were talking about Voltron, then it turned into Ultron,
Yeah, I
then it
thought
turned
we were
into
talking
yeah. I
about
was like,
Voltron. I was like, they're gonna make a Voltron
yeah.
movie. Oh my gosh! But
I'm sure it's
Sorry.
been planned. I don't know.
Yeah, right. Everything else is being remade.
and then for
Why
some
not?
reason I thought Tony Stark made Voltron,
Yeah,
and then
that-
like
you lost
so
us
many-
there, man.
You're trying to figure it out.
It's
Maybe
like,
no.
oh.
Wait, no.
Man, that Marvel universe really is
Yeah.
small.
Holy shit.
You made Iron Man and
Your
the Power
segue
Rangers.
just
And
spun out of control there.
Yeah.
What What are we
It was
doing?
good, and then I derailed. I'm sorry.
There's a weird flow of consciousness that we're all not on. So.
It's okay.
And I'm sorry, I'm attacking you, Matt. I don't mean to.
You're always attacking me. Always.
I'm just really good at it. So
Yes, yes.
So what else have you seen besides Pacific Rim? You guys seen anything else? I know none of you are Doctor Who fans.
You know, I have the special, right? I have it recorded. I haven't watched it yet.
What's special?
It's the 50th anniversary.
Oh,
of
that
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Did you see it in the theater?
No, I had to watch it on my crummy TV at home, and I get to see it in
Like a chump.
Yeah, and I get to see it in 3D in the simulcast.
Well,
Yeah.
how was it? Tell us. I mean, even though we don't know, I know the show, but we haven't seen any of them.
I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. It was cool to see the crossovers because throughout the whole entire series they really say that like he can't mess with his own timeline. So he's a time traveling alien. I don't know. I don't know how much you know about it,
And
but
when one dies, another one is reincarnated. Something.
yeah, it's a really great
Yeah,
plot device,
yeah.
basically. So it's like when somebody doesn't want to do it anymore, they want to fire him or whatever, they just have him regenerate, and so it's a new actor comes in, and it's still the same person, but they're just a little different.
it's kind of like
So-
Menudo. Like once they get to
It is exactly like
out.
when
Yeah, yeah. So yeah,
Highlander.
so it's a
Highlander.
Highlander. Yeah, it's just a great plot device, whatever, just to be able to bring in a new actor and keep it going. That's why it's been able to go for 50 years now.
So how
So-
many doctors actually appeared in the episode?
All of them.
Wow.
Well,
Including
of
the new
them?
one?
Yeah, all of them.
really?
Yeah. So all of them
And
appear.
like
at-
one shape or form, they come in.
Yeah. So, yeah. So I mean,
What are they? 11, 12?
since
now?
you're gonna watch it, I don't want to like spoil it for you. There's some really good like twists and things like that towards the end. But it's basically there is a crossover where you see from the last episode that aired, the regular series episode that aired, they introduced that there is a hidden doctor, a forgotten doctor. He's the one that had to. Don't laugh over there. Come on.
The black sheep of the Doctor
Yeah.
family.
Yeah, well, no, he
13th
just
warrior.
he was the one that committed this atrocity. That he's the one that like had to kill his people to save the universe. Basically, that he blocked out that memory. That whole regeneration is just hidden away. That he's forgotten about it, doesn't talk about it. And so when you meet the Doctor in season 1 of the latest serialized run, it's what's it, Christopher Eccleston, and he's the ninth Doctor,
Nice.
but he's really supposed to be the 10th Doctor, but he doesn't remember that other regeneration, so it's been
Yeah,
blocked
so
away.
that one
So
regeneration was just.
yeah, so
Absent from
yeah,
his
so all
memory.
the numbers are off now. So basically, what was supposed to be the 11th Doctor is now the 12th, and he's only supposed to be able to regenerate 12 times.
So you're telling me now I got to change my Matt Smith tattoo to another number?
Yes,
That's too much.
you got to blame Moffat for that. Stephen
damn
Moffat,
it.
yeah,
God
Hey,
yeah.
don't lock him off.
So he can only
Yeah.
go 12? I mean, that's it?
Yeah, and I think they're going to retcon it. Like, it's a retroactive continuity where they're going to change because it was 40 years ago when they didn't think it was
yeah.
going to go 2 weeks, let alone 50 years. And yeah, so they're gonna it's going to be some retcon random thing where they're going to I don't know. Well, really, there was some article I had read because the 10th Doctor, I'm going to say 10th, David Tennant, he regenerates but heals himself
Now the
rather
11th
than
Doctor.
David Tennant, when he played the Doctor, don't make it confusing. David Tennant, he regenerates and he is able to heal himself. And instead of changing into a new form, he just heals himself, and then he's, still the Doctor still goes on for another, I think, season or 2. So I think they're going to say that counted as a regeneration. So this guy is now he's the last regeneration that he can ever do. That this is it. So I don't know. It's a bunch of weird stuff floating around. You just got to wait until the
So
new.
is the newest guy? I forget his name.
Is Capaldi something?
Something like that, right?
Yeah.
Is he in it?
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
Is that how they introduce him?
But no. Like you see him, but there's no like
Picture
real.
of him.
Yeah, like it's
Walk in the
it's a
background.
quick flash. Like you see, and then that's it. Yeah.
Here.
I don't know. Like I don't want to say too much because it's a cool ending. Like the way that they
No,
bring
that's
them all
fine.
together.
Like, I mean, there's like no way you can spoil it because it's like I understand that he's gonna change. Spoiler alert! I know something new is gonna come. So
Yeah, well, so you don't actually see him. He doesn't regenerate in this special. Like they still have the rest of the season 7 to finish. So you're not going to actually see him regenerate at all. But in this big battle scene, it's merging all of his timelines or whatever together. So there's multiple instances of the Doctor throughout his entire life, they all come at once to do this one act at the end. And so you see everybody's like checking in. So there's like all these quick shots of them throwing switches and levers and everything in their different TARDIS. I don't know how do you
Tardi.
TARDI. Yeah. No, because it's an acronym, so you need the S is in space. This is No-townnerds. Why are you laughing at me?
I think
Yeah.
TARDISes.
TARDISes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because if it's
You
an
wanna know that.
acronym, then
Yeah,
it needs
so the-
to be.
So the multiple TARDISes. Don't snicker.
The multiple versions of the TARDIS.
Yes.
The multiverse.
Yes. Anyway, they all come in and
Multi-tar.
save the day.
All of the
but you
TARDIS.
see all these quick like shots of them all like, checking in or whatever.
All the TARDISes form one giant robot and they have big swords. And
There you go. That is it.
That's
Bam,
a segue.
full
Yes.
circled.
Now I'm watching
It's
it.
Doctor Who, Age of
Age of
Voltron.
Ultron.
Age of Voltron. Yeah.
Co-starring
Yeah.
Tony Stark.
Yes.
That's Jim Spader.
Yeah.
James
It's
Spader.
James Spader.
Yeah, so it's this big, battle towards the end, and it was good for what it was, but it was still, for all the hype of being the 50 years, I felt like it was still kind of lacking just a little bit. But it was, what they did was sort of great to be able to bring in the
Right, I think
elements.
they're aiming more for like the entertainment value and like fan service of like, hey, here's all the Doctors like in one episode. They're not gonna really, they're not gonna
Yeah.
throw, like, they can't really possibly throw like the best story in there because they have to like figure out a way to put all them in there. So I get it.
Yeah.
And it's cool that they did that. And I mean, I make fun of it all the time and stuff, but it's really cool they're doing that. And if I knew sooner, I had more advanced or paid more attention, I would like to go see it in theaters. I think it'd be kind of cool actually.
Yeah.
Like, to go do that. They did in like 3D, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Was it like an IMAX or is this like in?
I don't know. I think it was just 3D.
Regular theater?
Yeah, because it was a simulcast, so it was, depending on what part of the world you were in, it was at a different time. Yeah.
Right,
So,
okay.
but it was like, I guess it set like some pretty high numbers or whatever for being a worldwide simulcast for that. Like it beat out. Oh man, I'm totally drawing a blank on the name or whatever. But I think it made it was like $4 million in one day, which I think is still pretty good
In the
opening.
world or just
Yeah.
the States?
I think it was worldwide was the number, yeah. But I still think it's pretty good for being this random TV show that was,
Yeah.
it's only an hour. It wasn't even like a feature length movie or anything. So I think it did pretty well. It was fun to watch David Tennant and Matt Smith interact. It's the 11th and 12th
Of
Doctors,
course it
yeah,
is.
or 11th,
Everyone's
10th,
favorite
10th and
Doctors.
11th.
Yeah.
But it was great. It was just like the way all their mannerisms and all that. It was a lot of fun. It was good. Yeah.
That's cool.
So there's a lot of really funny stuff of they get in a situation and they're going to use all their Doctor Who, science-y, timey-wimey magic to get out of a scenario, and then it ends up being something super stupid that gets them out. So yeah,
Did they
it's
bring
good.
any of the companions back, or is it just?
So you
the
see
Doctors?
you see Rose Tyler, but she's not Rose Tyler.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, you see her, but she's not Rose. Rose is off in that other the weird
Beach or whatever it is, yeah.
the dimension. Yeah.
Yeah.
So sorry, we can.
Yeah, no.
We can
that's-
talk about
that's
anything
fine.
else.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just listening.
It's 50 years. We could sit here
Yeah.
all day and talk about stuff. Yeah.
Or at least for
um,
a lot of hour that we have.
yeah.
For 50
so
more years.
yeah. So he's still with what's her name?
Rose? Not Rose.
Oswin. What's
Whatever,
her? Yeah,
yeah.
that girl, the souffle girl. He's still with her, but Rose Tyler comes back. But it's a throwback to season 1. That there's a reference in there from season 1. So it's kind of cool the way that they did it. They made her the Doctor's conscience. Yeah. So
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah. We'll talk about it next time. You go
Okay.
watch it. We'll talk about it. Yeah.
No, I don't approve of that.
Anyway, so do you guys watch Family Guy at all? You watch? You see this week's episode?
Yep.
Yep.
I did.
Yeah. What'd you
I
think?
have not.
It's
So
a, it's a,
spoiler.
it's
So
a big
spoiler,
spoiler. It's a
okay,
really big
what
spoiler. Do you need to step outside? For a
No,
minute?
it's cool. I'm sure they just repeat the same joke like 30 times.
No,
It
it's
takes
no,
long.
it's
No,
it's
they
bad.
it's a big one.
It
It's
is
a big
really?
one.
Yeah,
it
I
is.
almost don't
No, I'm
want to
kidding.
watch
Actually,
anymore.
I'm just kidding. I know he dies, right? They kill off Brian.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they kill Brian.
Is
And,
is there any sort? Is funny at all, or just kind of serious?
It's pretty serious.
It's
Yeah.
pretty serious.
Well, I mean, I
mean,
understand
there's
the fact
jokes
that
in
he's
it,
dead.
but-
I mean,
No, it's like there's a time machine and they destroy the time machine and then he dies. And then it's you think oh yeah, he's gonna make it out of tinfoil and bubble gum. He's gonna make this time machine and go back and save Brian, and then they get a new dog and they move on after some really sad where he has his final words at the vet where he's dying and it's just they
So
get a
how's
new
he
dog.
die?
He got hit by a car.
Got hit by a
Really violently,
Really?
Yeah.
really violently
Like,
hit
this
by a
is
car.
Playing street hockey.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's I don't know. That seems like sort of left field.
Yeah, did they explain why they did this?
I never heard anything about why they needed to kill him off. If Seth MacFarlane was making too much money by doing too many voices that they needed to spread the wealth. That
Creating too much of the same show over and over again.
Yeah.
yeah.
They said they wanted to shake it up, and they
That
said
one-
it was logical that a family would lose its dog, not a son or.
I kept
daughter
seeing
or
all
a
these
wife.
like Reddit posts saying, "Why didn't you kill Meg? Kill
Yeah,
Meg."
yeah, no, everyone
I
said
feel
that.
like she's
Everyone said
died in
that.
a couple of episodes anyways.
But I feel like the show is like so like. I feel like all the characters have died in like one way or another.
Yeah.
Like they've all gotten like really like that one time that like Stewie like wanted his money and like shot. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, like, she shot
like-
Brian in the knees.
Right,
and
and that's
everything, yeah.
like, haha, it's funny joke. But now he gets hit by a car and dies. It seems kind of like I don't know.
And it wasn't like he got hit and like his head knocked or whatever. Like he's like run over. Like you
Yeah.
see like
Yeah.
his fur's all pink and everything from the blood, and
Right.
it's like really gruesome for a comedy show.
So I stopped watching I stopped watching Family Guy a couple years ago. But like the only person I liked on that show was Brian. So now now I don't have any reason to go back to it now. But that's just my own thing.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
if you
what
go
I
to
felt like.
change.org,
And I
you
don't
can sign a
even
petition.
change
bring
that'll
back
work.
Brian.
Yeah, petition the president to
Yeah,
bring
well,
back Stewie or to bring back Brian. Yeah,
And build the Death Star.
yeah. Yeah, this
So
new
who's
guy.
so who's the new dog? Like, what is
It's
it?
like some like Italian stereotype.
Vinny.
Vinny.
Yeah.
It was
course.
one of the, I guess one of the actors from Sopranos.
Really?
Yep. It's his voice, and it's not funny.
No.
I kept thinking it was gonna be like a joke.
Yeah,
like
me
at
too.
first. Like I
It
was
was-
waiting for the punchline.
It was too cartoony.
Yeah.
Like it was a caricature of a caricature, I guess.
No, I get that. It makes
Yeah.
sense. I don't know. It's just
Simpsons
like
did
this like the whole like Family Guy and his whole like universe. It just doesn't do anything for me anymore. It's just
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of over it. I was over it a little while ago, and it's just
What I found weird too was like he dies. They didn't even go a few episodes without him. It's like he dies, and the next day they're at the kennel or the
Yeah.
pound getting a new dog.
Looking for a
That
dog.
was like that quick.
And even like that dog's backstory was sad about like
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
owner
Yeah.
was like an old guy that died or whatever, so now he's got nobody, and it's just a downer episode for
Yeah.
like something that had like fart jokes. I've seen Peter Griffin White boogers on his kid's face or whatever. It's like, does that show really need to get that like sad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I expect that from like the old Simpsons, but not Family Guy. I've never thought Family Guy to have these overarching storylines, so I don't understand what's the big deal
Maybe that's why they did it.
to copy Simpsons.
to shake it up, Nick.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't remember Simpsons doing an episode like this.
I like the first
No,
10
I mean
seasons. They
yeah.
had like these really heartfelt episodes.
Like there's an episode where Homer thought he was gonna die.
Yeah.
That was like super sad.
Mhm.
Like he ate the bad blowfish or whatever,
Yeah.
which is like a funny like setup to the joke, but like that that's like really sad.
Yeah.
Or like I mean didn't they lose like their dog like Snowball?
Oh yeah, their cat or something.
It's like
or when like
Snowball number 7 or
Homer
something
When-
met
like
his
that.
mom.
When Lisa became a vegetarian,
Yeah.
she had she didn't want to eat meat anymore.
No, I mean those were
Yeah,
really
there
funny
was some
episodes.
like
Not funny, but I mean they're funny, but they were so like kind of heartfelt.
Not hot
Yeah.
off.
But I mean, that's
Yeah.
that's what I've been thinking about Simpsons. That
Yeah.
they're like, they're. I mean, they used to be like really, really like they're really, really hilarious. I grew up on them, but they're also like they're really heartfelt, and it was like really funny. But that's kind of thing my thing against Family Guy is that it's not heartfelt. It's just sort of like mean spirited comedy all the time. I mean, yeah, there's a couple episodes that are kind of sweet, but I mean nothing like to the extent of that. You know.
Yeah, this really kind of seemed out of nowhere, but I don't know. I'll watch the next episode and see what happens.
He's
but
back.
what's that?
He's back, I'm sure.
I think they're gonna bring him back.
It's another retcon thing. They're just gonna bring him back, and it's like they're gonna make it some stupid.
He can
was
only
it-
regenerate 2 times. He's done now, yeah.
He's gonna come back and save him. He's gonna come back from the future or whatever. Yeah, some other.
Well, didn't South Park do that? They killed off Kenny for good. And it was an
Yeah.
season or 2, and then he just shows up and they're like, oh, hey, Kenny.
Yeah, they
But
brought
something like
Yeah.
that was it.
Oh.
There was
That's
no,
how Butters came into
Yeah, because he was like
Yeah.
replacing him, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they had like other characters that they were trying to like get to fill.
Yeah,
any
they did the
spot or
tryouts
whatever.
and stuff, yeah.
I think Butters was a good replacement. I don't know. It was,
Butters is my favorite
That's her
character on South
He's like the
Park.
Millhouse of South Park.
Leopold Stotch.
Stotch.
I don't know, man. I think Butters is better than Millhouse, and I think
Whoa,
he's
whoa, whoa,
yeah,
whoa, whoa.
yeah. I'm gonna say it.
Oh, wow.
Say it. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm gonna draw
Those
the
are
line
harsh-
in the
those
sand
are
here.
harsh
that-
words.
Yeah.
Millhouse pre-season 10 is pretty awesome.
Yeah. Thrill House. Yeah.
House.
That's still on
Thrill
my
ho.
that's still on my Xbox from like Casey from like 7
Really
years
long
ago,
time
whatever.
ago,
Yeah,
yeah.
from like creating a guest
See,
profile
that's how
was
funny it
Thrill
is.
House. Yeah. But that was also like season 6 of 27 or whatever they're on. So
Yeah, what
yeah.
30 or something now.
I've always wanted to assign someone's cast as Millpool.
Trail off.
And then just have the squiggle line trail off.
God, it probably wasn't until like 10 years after I saw that episode that I realized that it was some parody of the Rear Window.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I got it until he explained that to me. I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah,
I've
I had
seen
been
that
watching like
movie.
watching some rerun or something like that, and then all of a sudden like I put it together like, oh wait a minute, I've seen this movie before. Yeah.
There's just no swimming pool.
Simpsons did it.
Yeah.
Hitchcock did it.
Did you watch Shield this week at all?
No, I haven't caught it yet.
Do you guys watch the?
That show was
Agent-
fucking horrendous. Can I
She
say
watches that.
I can say
Yeah,
that, right?
yeah.
Okay, cool.
There's a warning.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
The warning's no shield bashing, by the way. So.
That show is awful.
No, come on. They're like they did that thing, and then something else happened.
Yeah.
Something else
They
happened.
said something.
Thor.
Yeah, they talked about Thor, and then
They did the thing and then some other things, and
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
bored and I
That-
stopped watching.
That girl
Yeah.
from How I Met Your Mother's in one episode. That's she's in Avengers.
Yeah,
Nick Fury's in an episode. That's pretty cool.
That was the best.
It was
part
like
of
the
show.
first episode.
It was like the second one.
Okay,
Don't
fine.
lie, man.
Fine.
So what? Is there any of the superheroes, or is this like the B unit? Or, you know?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
this is
like
like
the
the
D.
D unit.
Yeah.
The D unit. Great.
It's like no one on the team even has powers. They're all just
Yeah.
well, besides being like really smart and like they can use a
Being
gun.
kind of smart, like they're just well
Yeah, kind
read.
of smart.
Yeah.
No, it's not even kind of smart because they have like it takes like 10 of them to figure out a problem,
Mm-hmm.
and they have the
Wow.
two scientist people that are just kind of one
And
person.
there's like a
Yeah.
blogger on their team or
Yeah.
something like that. Like there's some like I've heard her mention like Reddit and Twitter. So like I don't know.
I guess she's
She
the
works
hacker
for
of
a,
the show.
Yeah.
a top secret organization, and she blogs it all.
right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
You can
She's
find
getting
her
better.
on Twitter.
Yeah.
For
And it takes
Yeah.
all, it takes
at
all
that
of them
one
to,
girl.
Yeah.
to solve the mystery.
Well, she was trying to like figure out there was some problem or whatever, and then they're like trying to find something, and she's like, "Well, I didn't see anything on Reddit." It's like, oh,
God.
okay. Well,
The,
I'm just gonna
the kids
change
on
the channel
Scooby Doo were more resourceful
Yeah.
than the agents of Shield.
And they have a big jet.
Yeah. You never saw Reddit mentioned on Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
Ha! He got us mad. No, I mean the show is really bad. It's kind of boring.
Seriously.
Seriously.
But seriously, it sucks.
Brian's dead.
And if it wasn't the fact that it's like a Marvel franchise, I probably would stop watching. But I'm such a nerd that it's like, well, it's Marvel, so
If
yeah.
I can stick through Arrow, I can sit through Shield.
That's true. That sounds like your own problem, actually.
That sounds like your own problem. Oh, wow.
Nobody's asking you to sit through Arrow. You choose to do that.
I really wanted to
bringing in the
like it.
Flash.
I really, truly wanted to like it. I sat in front of Hulu and I watched 2 episodes and I wanted to like it, and I can't like it. I can't.
Every episode gets slowly better.
Are we
Slightly.
talking about Shield or Arrow?
For the record, we're never gonna talk about Arrow. I take that back. We might talk about Arrow
Yeah.
later
We're
on.
trying to make Arrow a thing. It's not going to happen.
They're bringing in the Flash. Come on.
Oh, that's cool.
The Flash can't save Arrow. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
maybe Arrow.
It's good enough. It's
It's
on par, if not a little bit
CW,
worse. than-
so
It's not Smallville.
well, nothing
Oh
can
my
really
God.
be Smallville or Birds of Prey. But
Birds of Prey.
Birds of Prey.
Gossip Girl was good. You guys watch Gossip
I never
Girl?
watched Gossip Girl.
Oh, I'm the only girl here.
I actually
Okay.
secretly did watch it secretly
That's no secret now.
on the deal on the internet. Thanks. But no, I'm a closet CW fan in general. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, I mean, they are what they are.
They also
I'm glad they have like the market on DC shows, which I understand is like Warner Brothers, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, it makes sense.
I just feel like it's this generation's comic books. CW, the entire channel.
The entire channel.
It's just nonstop Archie and like superhero.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's a supermodel. Everyone has powers or a vampire or something.
Vampire powers.
Yeah.
Vampire Paris. I never saw anything of Gossip Girl. I have no idea anything about it.
Oh, you're better off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
good.
gonna
You've
like
been
enrich your life. It's kind of
No.
just like something to pass the time you're doing laundry.
Yeah.
That's what I do. Yeah, it's kind of like whatever. Yeah.
So what happens? What is Gossip Girl about?
They don't have
It's
superpowers.
just a bunch of rich kids at a school, and they,
They just
fuck each
gossip.
other.
They're
and
wacky
do drugs
misadventures,
and- yeah, wacky misadventures of what rich kids do.
that I have no idea if it's real or not because I'm not rich. But
Yeah,
I can only
mean,
assume
it's
that's what
probably-
happens. Yeah.
I don't know what white
In
people
high
do.
society,
That's
yeah.
what you're saying.
We're not
It was
rich and
totally like-
we don't have
yeah.
superpowers.
Right.
So.
It's
Yeah,
like
does Nick Fury
white
show
girl
up?
problems.
So I just like sit at home watch Shield.
Does Nick Fury show up? He was in the first episode.
It was the second episode.
And then Loki comes and blows the school up, and there was this whole thing.
But
that
it was an
happened.
illusion. So.
Yeah. Oh.
Loki leaves when there's a bunch of 13-year-old girls that are looking at
Yeah.
him going, seriously? Ew.
Oh my gosh, what are you doing?
They should start doing crossovers.
Those shoes, that hair.
No.
That helmet with the big stupid horns.
Yeah, like,
That was so last season. So, I don't know. Do you watch anything else? Is there any other shows that are airing now that you guys watch?
I just watch really like terrible shows, you know, like
Reality
oh
TV
no, I
shows?
do watch a good show. I watched all of American Horror Story, like up until
All of
last. No, all of it, the
Uh,
whole current season.
yeah.
In one day.
Wow.
Wow.
I didn't leave my couch. I didn't leave
That
my
must have been
mom's
the
couch.
Best day of your life.
It was excellent. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I love that show.
No, that new season's like it's the best season out of
It's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, that's what, I haven't
Oh,
seen
yeah.
it, but that's what everyone says.
Yeah, it's like they're just every first season was like it's like oh, this show's kind of cool. Like they do a lot of crazy stuff. Second season is like even like
Batshit
this is even
crazy.
like more insane. There's aliens and ghosts,
Nazis,
yeah,
and
what's going
Frank is
on,
back.
right.
What?
There's monsters.
And Frank is
I
back?
haven't seen that
No, the
season.
second season.
The second season, yeah, the Asylum.
Asylum.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. No, that
Okay.
one's like it's batshit nuts, and third one's like there's no way I could top this, and then they
They
did,
do.
and it's amazing. Yeah.
Are they all, like, each episode is an individual story, or is it
No,
like
there's
an
like-
arc
there's
over
a-
the
there's a
season?
arc.
it's
Yeah,
it's all connected.
But every season is a different
It's a different
different
story.
I haven't seen any of it yet.
Yeah, like every
Oh, yeah.
every season's like a different. Like they use a lot of the same actors in the show, like each season, but they all play different roles. So
And Nick Fury's there too.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool, yeah. Well, shit, why am I not watching it?
yeah, no.
Yeah.
But no, like every episode.
Does S.H.I.E.L.D. show up and try to help
Yes.
solve
Yeah.
the ghost problem, and it's
They
really
witches.
some, like...
This is witches.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
about witches.
in New Orleans,
Uh-huh.
and witches versus voodoo people. It's
Uh-huh.
pretty awesome.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Is it really Asgardian, like, elements that are, like, you know, something like amulet?
There's
that's-
no
that's
rainbow.
giving
There's no
them-
rainbow road. Yeah.
It's not witches and magic. It's just science we haven't figured out yet.
No, it's witches.
No, it's real. It's real
That's
magic.
real
Yeah,
magic,
it's real
yeah.
magic. No, it's actually like because like every episode like because like now I expect it to be like kind of like batshit insane and like throw the sink and like I'm like there's no way to top it. And every week, like they do, they find like there's zombies.
There was zombies.
There's like Minotaur rape, and it's like, what the hell's going on? And it's
Yeah.
like-
Yeah, Minotaur rape's
Minotaur
the
rape. That was
craziest thing
real.
I've seen.
Yeah.
See, as I say that, like you're already in shock. Like,
Yeah.
you're still like,
What?
what's going on?
Yeah, I haven't even seen it, and I'm like, all right.
How does
I'm
that...
on board.
No,
Alright,
first,
yeah.
no,
Sign
first
me
it's Minotaur masturbation, and then it becomes rape.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember.
How
This
does
just went
that...
to like a dark place right now.
Yeah, how does that happen?
Yeah.
Minotaur.
A lot of magic.
Wait. Does somebody rape
Hold
the
on.
Minotaur, or is the
There-
Minotaur
No, the
raping
Minotaur
someone?
rapes Precious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The girl from
I was
Precious,
lying.
she
Oh.
her
Lying.
witchcraft powers is like voodoo, where
Yeah.
if she cuts her or slits her wrist, whoever she's thinking of gets
To that person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she starts to masturbate while looking at this Minotaur.
Yeah.
What?
Uh huh.
Wow.
That happened.
Yeah, the guy that made Glee made the show. So
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, this
Exactly.
is awesome. So, yeah.
This is what happens when you make Glee. It all you develop this
I
dark
can't wait
place.
for the
that you-
crossover.
Yeah. And then they all start singing. They
And then
start
there's-
singing Billy Joel songs, and it's just a fun time.
Yeah,
Wait, we're talking about Glee or
the crossover.
Talking about
Crossover.
Voltron.
After the Minotaur
Yeah.
rape.
After the
American Horror Story?
Minotaur
Glee,
starts
the
singing
Age
Lionel
of
Richie
Voltron.
songs. Yeah, that's a fantastic show.
I'll have to check it out.
I sat on a couch for 10 hours and I watched all of it.
I don't know.
How many episodes?
I
Current
think
season.
I watched 7 of them. I think that's what it's up to. So I
don't know.
watched 7. They're all an hour, so 7 hours. Yep.
Wow.
all of
It takes
them.
a lot out of you to do that, to like power through a season. To, like,
Yeah.
Just to sit there and like, because your body's like all stationary for so long, you're just taking it all in, and then your mind is in overdrive.
Mm-hmm. It
'cause
took
you're
a lot of
assimilating
chips and
so much.
salsa to really get through that.
Yeah.
Minotaur
Well,
rape takes like
yeah.
chips and
It
salsa.
does.
Well, that was how I watched Breaking Bad. That I
Oh,
I
yeah.
recorded all the reruns that AMC did. I just set my DVR and so I watched each show in order all
Wow.
the way up until the premiere. But I powered through it all in a few days,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just so much to take in. But there's no break in seasons, so I didn't know where I was. If I want to talk to somebody about it, I had to like mention like the last thing I saw to kind of figure out where I was in a season or whatever. But I just went through all the episodes, and it was just it was intense.
That's kind of how it's been with Sons of Anarchy for us. I have to ask people if they watch it and like where they are, and they'll be like, "Okay, where are you?" And I have to mention that last point where we are.
Yeah,
Right.
I started watching Sons of Anarchy. It's a pretty fun show.
That's a great show.
I'm only like I think maybe in season 3,
How many seasons are there?
They're on 5 right now, I think.
5.
No, 6.
6?
5's on Netflix.
Okay,
I think.
5's on Netflix.
I heard something crazy happened in one of the like last episode. Something.
I don't know.
Gets into
We're
a
not
robot.
there.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
We're not
There were
all the way down.
zombies in Minotaur Raid.
Yeah.
And motorcycles. It was
Yeah,
nuts.
motorcycles.
Yeah, I just always see like some random tweets about whatever. It's like you can always tell who the fans
Every-
are of a thing
yeah.
when your Twitter and Facebook starts blowing up of like everybody's posting.
Yes,
the same
that's the
thing.
Every
night it
episode.
airs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I watched Game of Thrones like that too.
Uh-huh.
I just like sat down and I watched it. It took me like a week or 2, and I just watched it all.
Mhm. Yeah, just all the way
It
through.
was-
Yeah. I only had to watch like season 1 before season 2 started.
Yeah,
so
I
just to
watched
get
all of
caught
3,
up.
so
yeah.
now I'm waiting for 4.
When does that come out?
January, I think.
Probably next year.
Too long.
I watched all
Yeah.
that.
Arrow, apparently.
Yeah. And tomorrow,
Yeah.
people.
But Game of Thrones is getting pretty crazy. It's. I haven't read any of the books, so I know
I'm
like.
reading the books.
Yeah. Are you up to where you've already seen in on TV?
No, I'm almost done with A Game of Thrones. So the next book will be where I'll be caught up
Okay.
with season 3.
So, I wonder. So, how many books are there in comparison to like the TV show? Like,
There-
do we have books that we haven't got to yet?
There's 5 books. They just came out. He just released the 5th one, and then I think there's more coming. 2 more coming.
Are they splitting the
Yeah.
4th season?
I
Or
don't
the 4th book?
know.
I heard they're splitting something.
Into the 4. So
Into
the 4th
2
book.
seasons.
Okay,
One book
yeah.
is in 2 seasons.
So then that would be the book that's coming up.
Okay.
I'm confused now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wonder what he's gonna do if he's just gonna keep trying to churn out books to keep up with the TV show, or is the TV show? Like,
I
at what
read that
point are
he's
they
in
gonna have to-
consultation with the showrunners to make sure everything kind of gels nicely.
Mhm.
Yeah, because they're never exactly the same
Yeah.
from the books in the show, but it's a lot of the main plot points. Or
I'm really surprised in reading the books and having seen like being current with the show of how it's a lot like the books. Like there's very little that's different. I was really surprised about that because normally it's completely different, but there's very little. It doesn't really stray from the books too much.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really good. Yeah, I was impressed. I was really impressed.
do you guys watch South Park at all? Have you seen the last couple weeks of like their Game of Thrones parody that they've been doing?
No.
I watched one
Yeah.
of them. I haven't seen the second episode of that little arc.
Yeah.
The Xbox versus PlayStation.
Yeah, the first one is pretty good. The second one is just a lot of the same jokes carry over, but just Butter's whole thing about all the guys on their flaccid wieners not being threatening. It's just like it's just so dead on. It's exactly what I was thinking. Like the first season, like there's a lot of nudity in it, a lot of male nudity especially. But I don't know, the whole thing was
Wasn't that
like,
much.
well,
It was enough. It was enough.
Have you guys seen Spartacus?
I don't know.
Oh.
Are you saying you could do some more male nudity?
Spartacus, that to me, that like set the bar really, really high for nudity for any gender, any race. To me, like Spartacus is right below American Horror Story for like fucked up shit happening. Carry on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know.
So it's
I haven't-
Wieners were-
Yeah.
Back to wieners.
So, but yeah, so they're making Butters watch Game of Thrones to figure out what they need to do next. So yeah, so Cartman's seen a little bit of it or whatever, and so he's trying to act out Game of Thrones and using all these backhanded moves to win the war between PlayStation and Xbox.
Oh my gosh.
And he's making Butters watch the show to try and figure out what they need to do next. But Butters just keeps talking about all the non-threatening wieners in the show because they're all,
course.
every time you see somebody's
great.
wiener, it's a homosexual man, or it's all gay sex that's happening. Yeah, so it's it's just really funny. And they go into some guy's like garden. So on South Park, they keep going into this guy's garden and doing their backhanded, plotting. And this guy is like, "Quit bringing people to my garden!" He's like, "You shut your fucking mouth," or whatever. And the guy's like, and towards the end, I think he's like telling, "That's what you told the last guy that came through here." So yeah, it's all pretty good.
Is it better than the Coon episodes? Because I fucking hated that.
the Coon episodes?
Yeah, it was like the Watchmen.
Yeah, I can't think of the other characters or whatever. Yeah, but that was
Mysterion.
Mysterion. Mhm.
I don't know.
Mint Berry Crunch.
I haven't seen really any South Park episodes that I didn't laugh at. in the last couple of years. I think they.
I absolutely did not laugh at those 3 episodes. I thought they were terrible, and I'll always skip them. They are unwatched in my queues on various.
0 stars.
Yeah,
0
0
stars.
stars.
Yeah.
Go away.
They're still dark gray. They don't.
Which one are they? Is this the one where it's like those goth kids or something?
No, the Goth Kids are fabulous.
No.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
I just
they're
saw
awesome.
a picture. I'm like,
No, all the kids dress up like superheroes.
Superheroes.
uh,
And
It's like-
Cartman
it's
is,
like
Cartman
Watchmen.
is the coon.
Yeah, but it's like they're all like just made up whatever random stuff. Yeah, but these last couple ones, the Black Friday ones, are pretty good. Just of like this would be like zombies, like all the Black Friday shoppers, or the what do they call them, the like wildlings, whatever, the White Walkers coming over, so they're like all the security guards that work at the mall for Black Friday are like the Knights of the Watch. And so
Yeah.
you have like the grizzled old guy who's already lived through previous Black Fridays.
my
He's got
God.
like
That's
the
fake
scar.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Are
pretty
they
good.
on
Yeah.
Segways?
I don't remember there being any segues. No,
Oh, okay.
sorry, but so they're trying to get all the kids together to fight about which console they're all going to wait in line to get, and then it's going so far as they're getting the different corporations behind the consoles are like now fighting and helping each other out or whatever. So then George R. Martin comes in and he gets everybody to move Black Friday back a week. So they have more time to gather people on their side for Xbox or whatever it was. Yeah, it's So then like they get like Cartman's trying to gather troops. He's trying to get like they do on Game of Thrones, going around to all the different in the North,
Families.
trying to get everybody to come fight for them. He's going to all the different kids. He's going to the Goth kids and the Twilight kids and the Star Trek kids and the Star Wars kids, and trying to get them all to come together to fight for each of their sides. And yeah, it's really, I think it's really well done the way they put it all together. Did you ever see the documentary about what it takes to put a South Park
Yeah, I
episode?
just watched that
Yes.
recently. Yeah.
Yeah. I hear they missed the deadline recently. Like somebody told me about it, but I never saw.
It was like a
What
power
week it was.
outage or something?
Yeah, like there's
Yeah.
a power outage. I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, but not a little
Yeah.
longer.
Yeah.
That's
And
what
they
it
was like-
takes.
Yeah, they finally missed. They finally missed like the
missed,
deadline.
their streak of making it. They finally missed
Yeah.
it.
But it's like it's really down to the wire. They have no backup plan. You figure they'd have like a show in the can, at least something that's like
A
like
lost
Just like
episode.
a-
well,
Yeah,
like
they should.
they need like the B squad of their like writers and everybody to be
The 13th
to be
apostle.
like, here you have a few weeks, put together an episode, let's just assemble it slowly, and then it's just on the shelf, and then they can just go to those that are like they don't have to really be
Like
timely.
a training wheels show.
Well, it's like it doesn't have to be timely. That it's just like the jokes can be whatever, and they can take all the time they want to work on it, but it's ready for when.
It ends up being
some-
like the best episode of South Park ever.
Well, like yeah.
This is amazing.
This
Why
is
did
surprise.
Well, we should always take more than 7
Yeah.
days to put an episode together. Yeah. No, but like they could have time that like if there was a car accident or a power
Yeah.
outage or something, or like somebody gets mugged on the way to deliver the tape. That like there's a million things that could happen. That, like
Is that how they make an episode of South Park? They walk a tape somewhere?
I don't remember the ending to it. I don't
Okay.
remember exactly what. But there is
It-
like
it's pretty
a
stressful. They go
really.
down to the wire. Like
Yeah.
you're right. They go
Yeah. because
they
there's a
need
certain
every day and every hour to do it.
They don't
Yeah.
have any days off, do they? Like once it airs on Wednesday night, and then they start the next episode Thursday, and they have 6 days to do it.
So yeah, but it's only while they're in production, and then they move on. So if you guys need to take off, you can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gotta go.
Gotta go, guys. It's been fun.
I'm a thrower.
Yeah.
Refresh.
Yeah.
Scene. 1, 2, 3.
No, we'll leave
Count
this
down.
all in. Whatever, it's fine.
Are we gonna?
What's
I know,
it
it's-
matter?
Yeah, that's true.
This is the 3rd episode. You want to see how many views we have on YouTube? I don't even have like
No.
analytics or anything for iTunes yet. I haven't gone to see what, if anything.
I kind of feel like you'd be on there like every hour, like refreshing.
No, I haven't done it. I'm actually waiting for my web host to like send me some like cease and desist thing because I'm not supposed to do file hosting through my web host the way I am. So I'm waiting for them to like get upset.
Yeah, I was about to ask what server or what host, but I think that's a different kind of nerd podcast.
No,
so-
whatever. We can talk about anything.
That's
yeah.
cool.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom so you guys. You guys
No.
discuss.
Yeah. No, it's actually like it was difficult to try and find a way to do this and not spend any more money
Yeah.
than I already have. So I already have web hosting. So then I had to figure out how to load WordPress like to run on my site. So yeah.
Do you need more? Just put it on YouTube. But...
Well, no, so to be able to make this available on iTunes, you need to have like an RSS feed that propagates
Right.
what the iTunes page looks at. So WordPress is a pretty easy way to do it. So I had to host the file, and then on the basic WordPress post, you just put in the link for the file.
Yeah.
And then whenever you hit post, it sends it all to, or it creates the RSS feed, so it makes an update so that the iTunes page looks at that. But I need to go read in. I'm not tagging it right. I know that there's so think of it's similar to LiveJournal or something like that. It's where you just have your post, and then there's metadata, tags you can put in there. So when somebody,
WordPress.
so it's like when somebody does a search for Fresno or nerds or Marvel, anything that the more tags you put in, the more likely you are to come up when somebody's looking for a podcast similar to this. So I just need to go through and spend a little more time on that. I spent zero time trying to figure out how the tagging system works.
Way to go, man.
I'm just trying to get them on there. If I can get them posted, I feel like that's a feat in itself. I feel like
Yeah.
I'm good. So, but this is only the third try, second real episode.
Okay.
So I don't know. But anyway,
Did you see
So,
how-
man, what?
What's your talking point?
Are you gonna buy an Xbox One?
I don't have any money. I bought a computer.
Spend all my money on the stupid shit we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Web hosting bullshit we're doing.
Yeah, I don't have the money to $400 to go drop on a console. $500. Well, I don't have $200 to go drop on a console. I got my Xbox right now that I don't even use. I was cleaning some stuff out, and I found a month of gold. It's like a little
little card,
voucher, whatever. Yeah, thing. So I used that, and I played Halo twice online, and then that was it. And then I never went back to it. So
Well, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I think I remember you used to game a lot a while ago.
yeah.
But I guess you're being more social now.
I don't
Or
know.
you
I
working
just
more?
I just don't have. I don't feel like I have the time to I playing Skyrim. I'd play
Right.
I almost spend more time playing Skyrim than I would at work. And so I go work for.
And you
10
work 40+ hours.
Yeah, I go work 10 hours a day or whatever, and then come home and play Skyrim for another 10 hours, and then I get 2 hours of sleep, and that'd be it.
Yeah.
But that game consumed my life for a while there. That I kind of had. It was almost like an addiction, this need to go and complete the game.
Flowers.
Yeah. So I just had to.
Capture flowers.
Yeah.
Kill
No,
dragons.
Oh man, it'd be so many times where I'd come home from work at midnight and be like, yeah, I'll just play for a couple hours. I'd make a sandwich. I'd sit there, and eat and play the game, and then suddenly be like, it's like, man, why do my eyes hurt? Oh my God, is that the sun coming up? What the hell? I've been sitting here for, 7 hours or whatever now, and the sun's coming up. It was just.
Are Xbox games for the new Xbox backwards compatible?
No, I don't think.
So none of them are.
Nothing is. Yeah.
PlayStation, Xbox.
Pretty much. I think the new standard is going to be nothing is backwards compatible. I think that's kind of a. They just want to make more money out of.
Yeah.
Or get more money from you, I guess.
Yeah. Which
But-
I don't know with the technology. I don't know that you can really do that. That
Yeah,
you
Blu-rays,
can
Blu-rays,
keep advancing and make it backwards compatible. You'd need two different disk drives in each console.
I mean,
but-
I don't know. I mean, I can still. I think I'm pretty sure I can play DVDs still on my PlayStation 4. And I got to feel that PlayStation 3 games are a lot. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Well, it's
So it'd be easier for them. I know
it's-
different formats. I understand, but
yeah. So it's the Blu-ray
Right.
for PlayStation, whatever. It should be able to play them certain ones,
Yeah,
but you can't
you'd
play.
think, but-
you can't play PlayStation 1 games
well, no,
on your
not Blu-ray.
PlayStation 4. Yeah.
No, you can't play anything. You can only play PlayStation. You can only play PlayStation 4 games.
Yeah.
But they do make it. I think they might be slightly cheaper to buy them online, like PlayStation 3 games.
Well, yeah. So
to buy.
Xbox has that. So yeah.
Yeah.
So you can download games, but not every game is available. That's,
Right.
That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
that's the worst thing. Is I don't know what it takes to make it for the operating system to be able to play the game, but it would have been nice if you could play, because there's other games for the original Xbox that I really wanted to play when I got my 360, but they were never available.
I mean, I understand obviously the difference between PlayStation 1 games and PlayStation 4. It's kind of several multi-year thing, but I mean, just PlayStation 3 games that are coming out. I mean,
Yeah, that are just coming out now.
yeah, they're coming out right now. I mean, why
Is it
can't you figure it
stupid
out? Yeah, it
buy
makes
them?
sense. But
Yeah.
I get it. I mean, I understand.
Sony.
Mhm.
Well, not just Sony. I mean, everyone's doing it.
Microsoft, yeah.
Yeah. So
Just get the Steam console.
yeah. My Wii that I had. I mean, I had to dig it out of a box. I haven't turned that thing on in a couple of years.
Yeah,
I,
mine's in my garage and it's been there for the past couple of years.
Yeah, and there was I bought Amazon Prime last January, and whenever I logged into my account, still saved in my Amazon like wish list was a couple of like It was a House of the Dead. It was
Oh,
like
right.
House of the
With the
Dead
rails,
2 and 3.
the guns.
Yeah, with the
Yeah.
guns and everything. And I was like, I remember like I saved it all in there, and I was like so excited to buy it, and then I just completely forgot. I just never did it.
Yeah.
And it would have been cool to like play it
Yeah,
at
really
home,
fun,
you
yeah.
know, like a big 40+ inch TV to be able to play it like you're in the arcade again. But I mean, I never spent the money because it was still going to be like $40 or whatever
Right.
for the
No,
games
my
and everything.
my coworker like maybe it's been a while. It's probably been like a couple months. She recently bought a Wii, like one of the new versions or whatever it was. It's like black.
Okay.
And she's like, "Oh, you should come over and play games because you had like that stupid dancing game. What is it? Just Dance."
Okay.
Which
Yeah.
I actually like. It's really fun to play when you have a bunch of people like drunk.
Yeah.
And
Which that can be said about every game on the Wii. That like
no, that's the
it's
thing,
all
because
like party
there's-
games,
it's
right?
all like fun games. Yeah.
Yeah, even like Wii Sports, the Mario
Yeah.
Party, like all
Right.
those games are fun with a group of people.
Yeah, because she's like, "Well, I only have this one game. I don't have any. I only have like one controller."
That's all you need.
And I'm like, "Well, I got a bunch of like old Wii stuff I never used." So I just went out in my garage, dug up stuff, and gave it to her. I'm like, "Yeah, just have it. Like, probably never gonna use it again." So
Yeah.
I gave her like Wii Sports and Wii Resort. Was that like the other one?
That was like the
It was like you bought a controller and it came with it, right?
it was like the add-on or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, so it was
Yeah,
like
it's another-
more
it's
like
another
it was
game.
like a fishing game
Right.
and like dumb shit like that. Yeah.
That one I gave her like controller too. I mean, it's like reality is like I'm never gonna use these like probably ever again.
Yeah.
Although my Wii was fun. I downloaded a bunch of my Wii was fun. I downloaded a bunch of like
It
old,
took
like,
you that
NES
long.
games.
I'm playing,
sorry,
playing
yeah,
with my Wii.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's early.
Yeah.
But there were I mean I downloaded a bunch of old games like Donkey Kong and like Streets of Rage and like a bunch of other games that were really fun to play, but just like
Yeah, I had downloaded games. I think I was borrowing like one of your like GameCube controllers, and I,
Oh, right,
I was
yeah.
able to play like the Nintendo 64. I can't speak. Playing those older games that needed that controller
Yeah,
with
like
the
the
mindset of
Wave
like, oh, I will give you your controller back, and then I'll just buy the classic controller like adapter, and then I never bought it. So I have all these
Right.
games that I bought that I could just never play because I didn't want to end up going out and buying another controller. So it's all like this. It's just a domino effect of like you buy this game and then you want to buy another game and then you may need to buy an adapter to play that game and then you need to buy memory cards because you've downloaded too many games that there's no more internal memory and it all just spirals out of control. Yeah. But I just gave it to my sister the other day. They're like she doesn't have
you
it.
gave my controller to your sister.
I
You
gave
did that
my
again?
Wii.
I gave it to
Yeah,
you.
no, I gave the Wii to my sister. That it was just sitting in this box.
Yeah.
Not wasn't playing it. It wasn't doing anything.
Right.
It was like whatever. So
No, I have mine in a box with my Dreamcast and GameCube
Oh, man,
and the first
Dreamcast.
PlayStation. The PlayStation 1 actually is in there too.
yeah, I never
Yeah.
played a Dreamcast. I never.
They're
had it.
kind of wonky. You had a controller. And
Yeah, it's pretty stupid. But
it like, actually kind of reminds me a lot of an Xbox. If I never like really got on board with Xbox, I never got the vibe of the controller like it's like super.
Isn't the new controller supposed to be a lot smaller though?
I'm sure it is. I'm sure they've like made it better since it originally came out. But
More
I don't know.
better.
I just grew up on PlayStation
Yeah.
and like so I'm just used to having the little handles and the whole nine. So
Yeah, I always got like blisters from the DualShock, whatever, like the PlayStation
you're doing it
controllers.
wrong, man. You gotta
Yeah.
ease off a little bit.
Only for fighting games, but
Yeah, like I don't know. It was just like I wanted to use more force than
Leverage
you really
and-
could.
yeah.
Yeah, like they're so sensitive that there's no real feedback. But I don't know. I never really enjoyed it. Even with like the original like PlayStation,
Right.
it was just always awkward. But the Xbox controllers always felt more comfortable.
No, I spend hours like playing like Final Fantasy, so like I always knew like the button scheme, and like I would just play the game, not look at it, so I could just sit there and do it,
Yeah.
and grind through levels, like not even. So
Yeah.
ever since then, it's been like burned in my brain the PlayStation controller all the time, so it's like super easy to use now. As soon as I use it again. So.
I tried to play Call of Duty and then to go back to like Halo and like even those like the configurations are similar except for like a couple buttons
You throw a
and like
grenade instead of-
yeah, and that thing just throws you off. Like you're gonna
Instead
get
of
this,
reloading grenade.
yeah, like hey, yeah, really, like that happened
I
all the
have no
time. That
grenade.
it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm gonna sneak up on this guy and do a little like melee, like I'm gonna punch him in the back of the head, and then you throw a grenade. It's like, well, shit. So
Now
much
I'm
for
dead.
that. Yeah, so much for the element of surprise.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's I like playing new games. I liked them, whatever. But I just was spending too much time
Yeah.
on one thing. That just became like my entire day was spent on playing this game. And it's the difference between like Call of Duty and like Skyrim or something like that. Is that Call of Duty's got a campaign and you can go through and play that.
Yeah, it's also casual. It's like kind of
Yeah,
gaming.
but it's like you can jump in on multiplayer whenever you
Right.
want. But like Skyrim was like this never-ending story that like it just wanted more from you. Like it's you'd get to a certain point and then it's like you'd max out one of your skill sets or
One
whatever
stat,
of
and then,
like,
yeah, I get
and then it's like, but then you can get like the prestige or whatever where you can get all the points you used to unlock. You can get those back and go put them somewhere else. And it's like, well, yeah, I leveled that one up really quick. Yeah, I'll take that and I'll go put them somewhere else. And it's like, well, shit, now I'm back at the beginning. Now I have to work and do all this menial tasks to build up my skill levels to be able to get back to the spot in the game that I left off, So it's like there's ways to trick you to just keep playing and keep playing.
Sneaky bastards.
Yeah.
Those jerks. But I don't know, I liked it. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, I saw an article about some kid designed a mod for Skyrim. He spent a year making it, and Bungie gave him a job.
Really?
Yeah, or not Bungie, but
I don't know.
Starts to be.
yeah, it's Beth something,
yeah.
whatever. Yeah. So the guys that made Skyrim gave this kid a job based on the mod he made.
What was the mod? Do you know? I mean, they
No, I don't know. I just know that
didn't say what it
he
was.
spent a year making it. That it's
I
a
don't know.
really
It seems like it gave him a job. I want to know what it is.
yeah, no, it's a really like awesome
Intern.
Yeah, it's a really awesome mod, but it was like he wanted to. His idea going into it's like, oh, I'm going to make this and it's going to get me a job somewhere. He never thought in a million years that he would get a job there.
That's cool.
That it would be just some random company somewhere. But it's really what you need to do is to
Yeah.
do something that shows you can do the job. Having the piece of paper that says I went to school for 7 years.
Yeah, that's how reels are.
Professional podcaster.
Yeah. So, but speaking of that, so how's your reel coming along?
It hasn't been changed in the last 2 months, but whatever.
In the last 2 months? Well, that's
Yeah.
pretty good. I haven't changed mine in 2.5 years, so yeah.
Well, you can now with this.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to video games. I really would like to get into any of those games, but I guess recently the guy who made Doom and all of that, he just left ID Software.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know ID software was still a thing.
Come on, Matt.
Sort of.
Get on the trolley.
But I started watching trailers for like all these games that I missed, like Quake 3 or whatever, and Rage.
Yeah. It's like the
I get
big
motion
gorilla.
sickness from these
Yeah.
games. Like I was just watching the trailer and I started to feel faint. I really want to play these games, but I can't.
It's that 2D, 3D, whatever, where they're trying to like add like it's the weird the way they set it up to try and make it look like 3D to add depth
I
to
don't
things.
know.
You're just getting old, Nick.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Just gotta sit back and watch some documentaries, drink some tea.
Yeah.
But penguins getting somewhere in an adult
Yeah,
way.
you don't need to be playing Doom,
Yeah.
games about demon aliens or
Giant,
whatever.
yeah.
Anything
Space
narrated
Marine.
by Attenborough.
Yeah.
No. But Doom and like Duke Nukem, like all those games, those are like my first like games where I was getting like really into them. I really started
Yeah.
to enjoy the genre. It was also my first real experience with
Romero,
cheat
I think
codes.
is his name.
Yeah. Cheat codes like that really like all the Easter eggs they hid in the games to be able to add stuff. Like
Yeah.
there was a game called Hexen, and there was a gun that you had that like shot out chickens, or it was a chicken that shot out like some it was supposed to be like you're like a wizard or whatever, so you're using like magic to fight like other demons and things like that. And I remember one of the cheat codes turned into a chicken, and being like 10 years old or whatever, that was like the best thing ever to like I'm running around firing this chicken.
This pleases me.
Yes. This appeals to my 10-year-old mind. Yeah.
And then you played Postal, and it was kind of all downhill from there.
I never played Postal.
Really?
No.
Yeah. Postal's just like the worst. Like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's like the most like distasteful game of all time. Well, I don't know anymore, but it was pretty high up there for a long time when I was younger.
Leisure Suit Larry.
Yeah, but that's like, I mean, they're not appealing to children. Well, they kind of are, I guess. But I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, there's no like, there's a difference between the two games. Thank you. I don't know.
I think you know what you're getting into with Leisure Suit Larry.
Right? Yeah, you're not gonna be surprised. But
Yeah.
there's also like, I mean, isn't that like it's like point and click, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but actual Postal's
Different
like
gender.
it was like a POV, like you can like
Yeah.
go through and like
Oh.
shoot shit or whatever. Like, according to being like,
Yeah.
well,
Like,
that's the end.
Gary,
of
are
the-
we
Yeah,
still
yeah.
rolling? All right, so
So you can just
take-
use this right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then what you can do is just be like, hey, like.
Okay,
this
so
is-
the
So I'm
clips,
gonna be you, and then you be Nick, and then Nick will be one of the camera
This
guys.
phone will be
and then
me.
and
Okay,
then
so
Bug will be
there's-
Matt.
so there's a slate that comes up, and there's three links. That's Twitter, iTunes, and YouTube,
Okay.
and they're all no-townnerds.
Got it.
So do you want to say?
No.
Look, I think you should do
can
it.
say
I think you should do it.
No, you're the guy in charge.
All you gotta say is, so check
Or are
us
you
out.
talking to me like I'm talking to you? Like I'm telling you because you're playing me now?
You're making this difficult now, so you can say, check us
Where'd
out
those two
on
people go?
check us out on YouTube, Twitter, and iTunes. It's No Town Nerds. Yeah, right.
Just nailed
It
it.
doesn't need to be any more
You just
complicated than
nailed
that. Yeah. So yeah.
Nailed it.
So if you go to twitter.com/no-townnerds, you'll find all the links to our YouTube and iTunes pages from there.
And thank you for listening to No Town Nerds.
Yeah.
We apologize in advance.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you have any questions or concerns, you can email no-townnerds@gmail.com.